Hello everyone, today I will introduce to you this precision valve from our Hangzhou Masot Technology Co., Limited. I will mainly explain its disassembly process and maintenance process. Let's take a look at this valve. This is the main valve body. And then the upper end is the adjustment knob. And then the side is a solenoid valve. Let's take a look at these two small holes on the main valve body. Do you see these two little holes up there? Both are observation holes. The two holes have different functions. The above, if set, the seal ring on the top is worn out, then the hole above will vent out. If the sealing ring below is worn, then the small hole below will drain glue out. Because there are two main seals above and below. The upper one is for exhaust. If the upper seal is worn out, and the lower one will discharge glue. If these two holes are venting or discharging glue, then this valve it needs to be disassembled for maintenance. Then the last two are the air pipe connectors. The right one is in. This is intake in here. This is the air inlet pipe joint. And the left one is out. And this is the outlet pipe joint. When inserting the trachea, don't insert it upside down. If you insert it backwards, the valve will not work properly. Now I will disassemble this valve for you. Okay? First, I will disassemble this solenoid valve. And then, usually during daily maintenance, try not to disassemble it. I don't recommend you to do that either. So if the solenoid valve is broken, or it doesn't work properly, then you may need to replace the solenoid valve Then you go to dismantle this thing again. I'll do it today, just to show you the disassembly process. Don't disassemble it during daily maintenance. Okay, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it. The tools for disassembly. First is this hexagon wrench. And then there is a small wrench. The No 9 opening wrench is mainly used here. There is also a No 24 opening wrench used. A special disassembly tool. We usually send the special tool with the machine. It comes with a dedicated disassembly tool. And this is a brush, a cleaning tool. And this grease. First, we use this internal diagonal wrench. Take this out first. No, 2.5 inner diagonal wrench. Then let's dismantle the solenoid valve first. There are 4 screws directly above it. Let's remove them. And then, the solenoid valve is disassembled. After disassembling it, everyone must be careful with this thing. Don't let it touch water or some stains. If you remove the valve, you find that this opening, if there is water or glue near this opening, then this solenoid valve basically can't work normally. If you continue to use it, it will also affect the working status. Then this black round sealing ring on the side, and a special sealing ring. These two things must be on it. This can't be thrown away. And then this is the valve sheet. There are 4 screws on this side. You should keep them well when you disassemble it. Now to dismantle this board. There is a green seal ring here. Is in this place. Don't throw away this green sealing ring either. Put it aside first, okay? Then we continue to dismantle, to disassemble the flow channel of the valve. There are 2 small screws on it. Do you see them? Then the flow channel is disassembled. After disassembling this runner, this glue inlet, then there is also a black sealing ring, which seals with this place. Don't lose this sealing ring either. Everyone should pay attention to this. Then there is a screw on the side of the runner. It's an M4 screw. And you need a No 3 wrench. This hole has 2 functions. One is when processing the runner. A through hole is required here. Then connect with this side, so that the glue can flow back from here. The other function. This hole is a cleaning hole. I'll tell you about that. This is also a cleaning hole. And this screw is covered with a white seal ring. Don't lose the white seal. This seal ring, it generally does not need to be replaced. This is more durable. This sealant. Then you need to use this No 9 wrench next. Go remove this connector. There is also a white sealing ring here. This is also used for sealing glue. It is also quite durable. Under normal circumstances, it is not bad. Just leave the seal ring on it. And then this piece is a Teflon tube in the middle. The top is a lure connector. Here's a ferrule connector. This place is also for everyone to disassemble. Then there is a clamp in the middle. See, this clamp, press here. Pull it out. After pulling it out, the above one, this lure connector, you can pull it out. Just use a little force to pull it out. If you say, when replacing this middle pipe, how to cut it. Then click on the clamp joint. Unscrew this nut first. Then the tube can be removed. It's a ferrule connector. Next, we will disassemble the main valve body. Disassemble this main valve body. The first is to remove this big nut using a 24 wrench. Then you can put it on this. Then twist it. And then you can take it out. You should also pay attention to dismantling this place. Just be careful. This is locked in this place. Just take it down slowly, because there's a precision nozzle over here. Don't lose this. Here, you can see the small nozzle. The middle nozzle. Generally, there will be a model number on this nozzle. My nozzle should be 0.2. The small nozzle of 0.2 is more expensive. It is also the core component of this jet valve, so everyone must pay attention to this. This is a sleeve. Then there are two sealing rings on this pillar. There is a small white seal inside. A sealing ring above. Don't remove the seal on top. If it falls off, it will leak glue. And the inner seal ring generally won't fall off easily. Basically, after installing it once, it can basically be used continuously. The inner seal ring. Next, let's continue to disassemble. Disassemble the following part. You can see there are 4 screws here, right? These 4 screws. This is a sheet. When you disassemble it, you must pay attention to. When installing the side back, be sure to clean it up. And there's a seal. The seal ring works with it. To seal it, don't lose this seal. Put a green gasket aside. Next, we need to disassemble the knob above. First, this place. To use this knob, to wrench. Look, this is a syringe bracket. And there is a set screw in the middle. You need to loosen the set screw to remove it. Use this knob to wrench. And the top one is a locking knob. This can be directly screwed by hand. After unscrewing, it is a locking knob. And then, the next sentence. You need to use our special disassembly tool. You can see there are 2 pins here. And then we're going to pull it in slowly, from the top down. And then it gets stuck in this sliding groove. After it is stuck, then we use a wrench to apply some force. As you can see, there are a lot of holes on the side. Apply force with a wrench, because this requires a lot of force. And pay attention when disassembling. The adjustment knob inside. There is a flywheel on it. This flying disc is also a key component. When you disassemble it, you must pay attention to it. This should be kept. Then the spring. Next is the adjustment stroke rod, which is relatively long. This is one set. This is a regular set. And then this is the adjustment stroke rod. And there is a pillar for adjusting the spring. You need a number for wrench to use it. Okay, it's out. And then finally, the firing pin. When taking out the pin, The thing above will also be taken off in one piece. There's a plug over here. Then the firing pin. And this is the main valve body. If you disassemble it, it is basically these parts. You can take a look.